Hi, welcome back to episode number 3 of Tripping Solo with JC Gujarat Trip. After a visit to Ran Utsav and White Desert, it was time to head towards Dwarka via two offbeat locations, Bhuj and Jamnagar. If you actually see the route from Bhuj to Jamnagar, it is a curvature. It goes via the Gulf of uh, it goes round via Gulf of Kutch. Actually, if you travel from Mundra to Jamnagar under the sea or maybe through a ferry, it would be hardly 50 kilometers. We crossed Tropic of Cancer around 20 kilometers before Bhuj. One might have studied in geography in school about longitude and latitude, etc. And India has the advantage of having the Tropic of Cancer running from Mizoram in the east to Gujarat in the west via West Bengal, Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, etc. And some of the Prantij is another place in Gujarat where the line crosses. And for every 1 degree, it is about 111 kilometers. If you actually look at the photo was taken at 12:10. If you actually look at the shadows while facing the sun, logically the shadow of the boat should be on the left. However, it was still showing on the right. The reason being we were 13 degrees from our median of 82, that is Indian Standard Time median is 82.3. We were at 69 degrees. So that means for every 4 minutes, 1 degree. So that means approximately 13 into 4. 52 minutes. 52 minutes we were behind. That is 52 minutes behind IST if it is a separate time zone. While in Bhuj, we went to Chhatri cenotaphs of Bhuj. These were the ones which were built during Jadeja period, the erstwhile royal family of Kutch. The cenotaphs, that is the Chhatris or umbrella-shaped pavilions of Chhatris built of stone, and these elaborate funerary markers were common in medieval Hindu kingdoms. The Chatardis of Bhuj are among the most ornate, their fine carvings and making for an astonishing sight. And some of them have got damaged due to the subsequent earthquakes and all. The Kutch has a history that goes back to more than 4,000 years in the Indus Valley civilization. During medieval times, the region was a significant center for trade with ports of Mandvi and Lakpat with Middle East and Greece, etc. It was a worth visiting place, but of course the Archaeological Survey of India should do more and keep it maintained in a much proper manner. That is my view. Of course, rest the public has to see what it is to be done. What you now see is some of the structures which got damaged during the Bhuj earthquake. And as I said, the place needs some refurbishing or maybe some restoration part. After Chhatri visit, it was time to visit the museum and the fort. The palace and all now become museum, and museums, although they charge for even for the camera, not well kept. The Rani Mahal was in a very dilapidated condition, and I was told that the bats and all live there. The clock tower was maybe constructed around 150 years back during the British time, and some of them are maybe the clock is still not working. I don't know why. The museum inside was okay. It resembled the Mysore Palace Museum, and as usual, the kings of yesteryears used to do the hunting at Gir Forest, and the lion was also displayed there. It was okay. As a city, Bhuj, I would say Gujarat. If my friends are watching this, please excuse me. One of the dirtiest cities I have seen. Swachh Bharat Abhiyan has maybe not come into Bhuj as of now. The city was full of filth and it was smelly. Anyways, cannot comment. Of course, people are living there, and the city is now more famous with the film coming in its name. Almost all information related to Bhuj, whether it is that cenotaph or the Chatraj or the museums and all, or the other information, I had to Google search and get the same from the Wikipedia or some other sites only. Not much has been written there on the boats also. आप देख रहे हैं
one WD4. We're walking on the Ranmal Lake, Jamnagar. I think the total walking stretch would be approximately 5 kilometers. We are going inside that temple, which is there. Museum and temple, Ranmal Lake. So, where is the museum? The city museum. Okay. Last 3 days in Gujarat. First day in Ahmedabad. Cannot comment the cleanliness about it, but you can actually see two different parts of Ahmedabad. One each, the good and bad, to the each side of Sabarmati. Next day we were at Rana Kutch, which is obviously a good spot. Then Bhuj, I don't know, even though it's a part of Gujarat, perhaps it has not heard about what is Swachhata Abhiyan. So much of dirt and papers and all the dogs, cows and everything on the road. Jamnagar seems to be much cleaner and much better as compared to Bhuj.
Lakotia Palace in Jamnagar, 500-year-old building structure. It's now an Archaeological Survey of India museum. The famous Ranjit Singh Ji Maharaj is part from the Jamnagar dynasty only. And the lake is a man-made lake which attracts so much of birds from across the world, and we were lucky to see a few birds enjoying the climate over there. And because of the big water body, the birds have their natural heaven over there. In the evening, when the sun was going down, the birds were chirping and making a lot of noises, and also we could record some of their movements and the picturesque dance which they made in the sky. Enjoy. While I was recording the sound of birds and also the birds flying in the air, in the background, the lake authorities were playing some Hindi film songs, and unfortunately, couple of videos which I had made could not be shared here because the copyright issue coming in. Anyways, enjoy whatever I have recorded. We had to cut short the visit and head back home. Lot to be seen in Gujarat, especially the Dholavira, then Nadabed, then the entire coastal belt from Dwarka to Diu via Somnath, Porbandar, then of course the Rajkot is there, then the Gir Forest, Junagadh, then the ferry ride from Bhavnagar to Bharuch, plus the Sardar Sarovar statue. Gujarat, I'll come again. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching Tripping Solo with JC.